At some point, every night, your chicken coop goes silent. One moment, there is movement, hens settling in, adjusting, making that soft sound they make when everything is fine. And then, in the space of just a few minutes, they go quiet. The coop that was full of life an hour ago feels like a completely different place. Where did they go? Most keepers assume their hens are simply sleeping, that they switched off like a light, that nothing happens until dawn. But the reality is far more specific, far more deliberate, and far more stranger than most people ever imagine. What your hens do between dusk and dawn is one of the least observed and most extraordinary parts of their lives. Tonight, while you sleep, your hens will do things that would stop you mid-breath if you could see them. Welcome to Chicken Mind. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe before you leave, because what you are about to learn will completely change the way you see your hens every single morning. Today, we are going into the dark, into what your chickens are really doing when the light goes out in your coop. Stay until the end, because the last thing we cover happens directly above your coop on certain nights, and the scale of it is something most keepers never fully grasp. Where do your hens actually go when it gets dark? The answer is not where most people imagine, and it is different for every hen in your coop. The first thing your hens do at dusk is not fall asleep, it is find their place on the roost. This is not random. There is an exact hierarchy to how they position themselves. The dominant hen always takes the highest available spot. The others settle in descending order according to their rank in the flock. It is a system they've been practicing since they were chicks, and it repeats exactly the same way every single night. Why does height matter? Because in nature, height means safety. A predator entering the coop goes to the ground first. Your hens know this. It is written into their biology from millions of years of survival. If you have ever noticed that one hen always sleeps in the exact same spot every night, that is not coincidence. That is her earned position in the coop hierarchy, and defending it matters to her as much as anything she does during the day. Your hens do not sleep the way you sleep. A sleeping hen is not completely switched off. It is operating in a mode most people never consider, a state of continuous environmental monitoring that researchers call unihemispheric slow-wave sleep. What that means in simple terms is this: your hens can sleep with one eye open. Literally. One hemisphere of the brain enters a sleep state while the other remains active and alert. The eye connected to the awake hemisphere scans the environment for predators. The two hemispheres take turns so both sides get rest. But your hen is never completely unconscious the way you are when you sleep. Researchers at the Cornell Lab of Ornithology documented this clearly in waterfowl, and the same principle applies to domestic hens. When your coop seems completely still at 2 in the morning, it is not still at all. It is full of hens in a state of active distributed awareness, monitoring the dark with one eye, while the other hemisphere of their brain recovers. You just cannot see them from inside your house. The sounds your coop produces after dark are not just background noise. They are information. Your hens are actively listening to everything happening around the coop while you sleep. The crack of a branch, the scrape of a paw on dirt, the presence of a predator moving through the yard. All of this can trigger an immediate reaction across the entire flock. This is why the sounds of your yard at night matter more than you think. A dog barking 3 houses away is heard by every hen in your coop. The alarm call of a neighboring hen travels to yours. A car braking hard at midnight can keep your entire flock on high alert for hours. The sensory network of your coop is running all night, even when it looks completely quiet from outside. Inside is a distributed surveillance system processing information constantly. There is something worth sitting with in that. The coop you see dark and quiet from your window is not quiet at all. It is listening. In winter, when temperatures drop, your hens do something that seems to contradict everything you know about their daytime behavior. They come together. The hens that chase each other during the day, that peck for position in the pecking order, that compete for the best spots at the feeder, those same hens press together on the roost at night to share body heat. The rules of the day are completely suspended. The nighttime calculation is simple. Sharing body heat means surviving, and that survival instinct is stronger than any hierarchical conflict. Researchers have documented that on very cold nights, hens that during the day would not tolerate each other within a meter sleep pressed together in direct contact with no apparent conflict. Your coop at night is a completely different version of what you see during the day. Same hens, same hierarchies, but with entirely different rules. While your hens sleep, something extraordinary is happening inside them. Your hens are not just resting during the night, they are producing. 70% of egg formation happens during nighttime hours. The calcium your hen consumed during the day is deposited into the shell while she sleeps. The reproductive hormones that will determine whether she lays an egg tomorrow are regulated during the night. What she ate today, how she slept tonight, and whether she was stressed or calm during the last few hours, all of that determines what you will find in the nest box tomorrow morning. This is why the nighttime environment of your coop is not a minor detail. It is a direct part of egg production. A hen that spent the night stressed by noise, by cold, by a predator circling outside, that hen will not lay tomorrow, or she will lay an egg with shell problems, or she will lay later than usual. The morning nest box is the direct result of the night before. And now the part that will change the way you look at the night sky above your coop. On certain nights of the year, the sky above your house fills with migrating birds. Not dozens, not hundreds. On peak migration nights in spring and autumn, the number of birds crossing a single point of territory in one night can reach into the millions. What does this have to do with your hens? Your hens know. Their wild ancestors developed over millions of years the ability to detect the movement of large groups of birds in the night sky. That instinct did not disappear with domestication. On nights of heavy migration, your hens may be more restless than usual, more alert, more vocal before settling in. What you are seeing is not a problem. It is a biological detection system that has been running far longer than any technology humans have ever invented. The coop goes silent at dusk. The roosts fill. Eyes close, some completely, some halfway. But what you are seeing when you look at your dark and quiet coop at midnight is not absence, it is concealment. Your hens are there, on the same roosts as always, in the same order as always, pressed against the same companions as always, with one eye monitoring the dark, with their bodies producing the egg you will find tomorrow, listening to every sound in the yard with the precision that you, asleep, could never match. They have been doing this every night since before you had a coop, and they will do it again tonight while you sleep, without you having to do a thing. The coop you see empty and quiet from your window at midnight is not empty at all. It is full of life in a state of active vigilance, producing, resting, and watching over each other in a way that you have spent years living beside without ever fully knowing. Now you know.
And the next time your coop goes silent at dusk, the next time the roosts fill and the yard goes still, you will know that your hens have not gone anywhere. They have simply moved into the part of their lives you have never been able to see. Tell me in the comments, have you ever heard strange sounds coming from your coop at night and could not figure out where they were coming from? Or found something in the coop in the morning you could not explain? I want to know. I read every comment. This is Chicken Mind. I will see you in the next one.